Great morning and great afternoon to you, my dear students. So, tapos na tayong i-discuss ang subject of art. Ngayon naman ay i-discuss na natin ang content of art. Content of art is inextricably linked with form, which refers to the pictorial aspects of art. It is the mass of ideas associated with each artwork and communicated through the following aspects. So ano nga ba itong mga aspects na ito? Kasi when we talk about content, it is said to be linked. So may link siya sa form. Okay? So kailangan nating i-discuss ang iba't ibang pictorial aspects. Alright. So, una ay ang imagery, ang art's imagery. So, this refers to what you actually see in the artwork. So, ito yung mga tinatawag na visual elements. For example, kung merong painting ng isang babae, syempre, i-describe mo yung babae sa painting. Okay? Kung ito naman ay abstract, i-discuss mo naman yung mga colors, ganon. Okay? The next naman is symbolic meaning. So, this is what the imagery stands for beyond its literal appearance. Example, pag sinabi nating love, ano nga ba ang mga symbols ng love? So, pwedeng heart, pwedeng rose, okay? Pag sinabi namang ang gusto pag nakakita naman tayo ng lion or kaya ng crown, it could mean na it is all about power. Okay? So, the next is its surroundings where it is used or displayed. Actually, kung saan siya naka-display, merong connection yung painting na yun dun sa place kung saan siya dinisplay. For example, kung naka-display siya sa Nueva Vizcaya Museum, ibig sabihin, malamang itong artwork na ito ay ginawa ng isang Novo Vizcayano. Okay? Now, when we talk about customs, beliefs, and values of the culture that uses it, so dito naman, how these customs, beliefs, and values actually influence this type of art. So, pag sinabi nating ganito, pwede ding maka-influence ang religion, mga social rules, mga historical experiences, and of course, yung mga moral values, Then, syempre, another thing that could help you explain art is the writing that helps explain the work. For example, isang artwork. An artwork by Leonardo da Vinci. Syempre, you have to learn more about Leonardo da Vinci. Ganun din, pag artwork ni Fernando Amorsolo, kailangan din ay alamin din natin kung ano nga ba ang background ni Fernando Amorsolo para mas maintindihan natin itong painting or itong artwork na ito. So, lahat ng ito ay actually mga things that we use in order to explain art. Next is the subject matter. Okay? In an artwork, the subject matter is what the image literally depicts. The content of the artwork is what the image means. This may be far more complicated than the subject matter. For someone to better understand the content of art, there are 3 levels of meaning. So, ito po yung pinaka-common na ways para maintindihan natin ang isang subject matter. First is the factual meaning. So, this is known to be the literal statement or narrative content in the work that can be directly apprehended because the objects presented are easily recognized. So, all you have to do is to describe. Describe the painting, anong mga colors ang dominant, sinong gumawa nito, kailan ginawa ito. So, those are things na pwede mong i-check kung ito ba ay totoo. Okay? Therefore, we consider them as factual meaning. Okay? So, ito yung dictionary meaning na sinasabi nila. Take for example, dove. Okay. Pag sinabi nating factual meaning ng dove, syempre ito yung type of bird, usually white or gray, and belonging to the pigeon family. So yun, this is the meaning that you can actually find in the dictionary. Next is the conventional meaning. So this refers to the special meaning that the certain object or color has for a particular culture or group of people when it is shown in an artwork. So, balikan ulit natin si dove. So, ano naman ang conventional meaning niya? So, According to most societies, the dove is commonly associated with the word overtime. Okay? Dove. Para sa ibang people, they usually symbolize peace. Ano pa ba? Purity, love, and hope. Okay? So, ginagamit ito during religious ceremonies. Ano? Therefore, this is the conventional meaning. Kasi ano ba yung alam ng nakararami na ibig sabihin nito? So, that is the second level. And now we proceed to the third level. The third level is the subjective meaning. So, this refers to the individual meaning deliberately and instinctively expressed by the artist using personal symbolism that stems from his own alliance with certain objects, actions, or colors with past experiences. So, pwede itong something that is personal, something that has emotional meaning to someone. Okay, so, ito yung naka-attach dun sa word na yon. Right? So, it may remind us of a person, for example, it may remind us of a person, an event. Okay. So, balikan ulit natin si dove. So, kanina, yung literal meaning niya is, it's a bird. Second, sa conventional meaning, it is peace. Pero, for example, for you, pag nakakakita ka ng dove, ano yung naiisip mo? So, for me, pag nakakakita ako ng dove, it actually means death. Ayan. Kasi, syempre, di ba, pag may namamatay, nagpapalipad ng dove. Okay? Para sa iba naman, it could mean marriage. Depende yun sa tao. So, it is subjective. Kaya nga siya subjective kasi depende sa tao na nagbibigay ng meaning dun sa bagay na yun. Okay? So, yun po. Those are the three levels of meaning. So, we have the factual meaning. The second is the conventional meaning. And the third is the subjective meaning. Now, let us try to do this. So, this is Mona Lisa. Okay. Literal meaning nito, syempre, she's a lady. Yan yung nakikita natin. Painted by Leonardo da Vinci during the 1500s. Those are all factual meanings of this. What about conventional? Para sa mga Europeans, okay, they see this as treasure. Okay, everybody, those from Europe actually see the Mona Lisa as a treasure. But for me, whenever I see the Mona Lisa, for me, parang nakakaramdam ako ng mystery. Kasi yung smile niya ay iba. Here's another. Okay. So, the literal meaning of this, or the factual meaning of this is, ano yung nakikita natin? So, ito ay mga katutubo. They are indigenous people. Okay? Next, conventional. It could mean for many, culture. Okay? Ito yung kultura nila. Alright? But for me, whenever I see eyepiece, so ito na yung subjective meaning. Ano yung ibig sabihin nito para sa'yo? So, for me, kapag nakakita ako ng mga ganito, I actually remember celebration. Kasi there was a time when I attended the fiesta in Lagawe and all of them were wearing like this. Kaya parang ganun yung naiisip ko. So yun po yung subjective. Okay, and then the third example. So ayan. So anong nakikita natin? This is actually an abstract painting, all right, or abstract drawing. So this is a pencil drawing or a charcoal drawing of someone, of a girl, all right? So, yun yung nakikita natin eh. Hindi tayo pwedeng magdagdag doon kasi factual nga. Okay? Then next is the conventional meaning. So, it could mean death. Ayan. Death. It could mean youth. Okay. Now, for me, kapag nakikita ko yan, this is already the subjective meaning, right? So, whenever I see this, I am scared. Kasi, when I was young, meron akong mga napapanood na ganyan yung itsura na parang doll. So, for me, ang ibig po sabihin nito ay horror. Okay? So, yan po. Those are the examples of how we explain artwork basing on the three levels of meanings. Okay. Now, we move forward to how we should keep art. A country, society, and individual may hold on to an artwork often beyond its usefulness, which may involve various considerations, including meaning and its economic value. Public and private museums and galleries are also designed for keeping art and issues around preserving or restoring it. So, ang mga art kasi ay kayamanan, kayamanan ng bansa natin. That is why our country has several museums, okay, to hold these arts. Alright? So, every country talaga has this. And some also, some rich people, especially the collectors, have private museums and galleries. And sometimes they're generous enough na ipinapahiram nila yung mga art pieces nila, yung mga collection nila, para makita din ito ng tao. Now, there is also this issue about how do we preserve them? How do we restore them? Okay? So, yun po yung work ng mga nag-work sa museum. So, they actually have a fine arts graduates kung saan sila yung mga in charge sa pagpe-preserve at pagre-restore ng mga artworks. Of course, artworks are sources of national pride and glory, okay? Nations keep art for several reasons. Example, the San Agustin Church, okay? This was built in 1586 to 1607. So, it's actually a beautiful church, okay? Nakakatakot nga lang, okay? I've been there quite recently and nakakatakot nga lang kasi parang bumalik ka talaga sa Spanish era. So, this has already been declared a World Heritage Site by the UNESCO. In addition, nations keep art because it is good for the economy and for the business. Siyempre, kapag may mga museums, nagpapabayad tayo. Okay? So, sometimes dun din tayo kumukuha ng kita, okay, para sa restoration and of course for the other programs of the museum. The presence of the major archaeological, religious, or architectural sites stimulates the entire economy, attracts tourists, and generates thousands of local arts. Okay? So, ayan, pinagkakakitaan din natin siya. Hindi lang siya source of national pride and glory, but also, it also means jobs for those, for graduates in tourism, graduates in fine arts, archaeology, and anthropology. Museums and private collections are actually repositories of the arts in most countries and make them available for public viewing through either permanent or temporary exhibition. A museum does not sell works of art, okay? They store them, but it essentially holds them in public trust and engages in varying levels of education and conservation practices. So, we also have private collectors, yung mga mayayamang tao, okay? They are older. Some of the private collections are actually older than museums. So, since the earliest times, rulers, nobles, and the priests have collected art and kept it in palaces or temples for aesthetic pleasure, personal or ritual use of display of power. Museums often reflect the cultural milieu of their founding. So, ayan. Marami po tayong mga museums. Here in Nueva Vizcaya, open na ang Nueva Vizcaya Museum. So, ito po yung magiging activity natin for this topic. Okay. Now, preservation and restoration. Because art is valuable, enormous human efforts and financial resources are devoted to preserving art from the ravages of time, the environment, industrial byproduct, and even any other human being. Kaya actually mahal ang bayad sa mga nag-i-specialize sa pagpe-preserve at pagre-restore ng art. Hindi lang sila basta-basta graduate ng fine arts, kundi they really have to have training in order to do this. There was this movie na napanood ko, yung National Treasure. Alright, so it's about an archaeologist, who stole the Declaration of Independence of the United States. So hinawakan niya yung parchment, nagalit yung curator ng museum kasi sabi niya, it's too precious, hindi siya pwedeng hawakan. So may mga bagay po na may mga artworks tayo na kailangan mo ng gloves, okay? Kailangan ang panglinis mo sa kanya ay hindi yung kamay mo or hindi lang basta-basta tissue. It is a specialized kind of cotton. So, mga ganun po, Now, for your activity, okay, so after this lecture, please answer the quiz online. So, a link of a quiz has been sent to you online. Pakisagutan na lang today. Alright? So, it will be closed today din lang po. Siguro mga kahit 12 o'clock ng hating gabi. Okay? And then, for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, ang gagawin nyo is, you are going to visit. Okay? You're going to visit the museum. Okay? Pwedeng yung museum dyan sa NVSU, kasi meron naman tayong museum dyan. Or pwede rin yung museum sa Nueva Vizcaya, yung nasa malapit sa katedral. Or pwede rin naman na kung may museum kayo sa mga places ninyo, like for example, if you're from Kiangan or if you're from Ifugao, you can visit your own museum. What are you going to do? So you're going to pick 5 works of art. Okay, 5 works of art. And then, ang gagawin ninyo is, ibibigay ninyo yung mga, yung kanyang factual meaning, conventional meaning, and subjective meaning. So, this is a group activity. Okay, this is a group activity. So, what you're going to do is, take a picture of the artwork, and then sa baba ng artwork na yon, ilalagay ninyo yung factual meaning, conventional meaning, and subjective meaning. So, this is supposed to be printed, okay? This is supposed to be printed in a long bond paper, okay? So, deadline for submission of this will be Monday next week. So, that means that I will not be able to meet you ng Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, pero yun po yung gagawin ninyo, okay? But for today, sagutan nyo po muna yung quiz na isa-send ko din lang sa ating GC. So, I hope you be careful in doing your activity. Okay, as I said, meron naman tayong museum dyan sa NVSU. No need to go out. Okay, but if you want also to experience going to a museum, so you may go also. If you have museums in your own places, okay din lang. Alright? So, take your own pictures. So, it's going to be 7 per group. Maximum of 7 per group in a in a long bond paper to be printed and submitted on Monday. Don't forget, this is activity 7. Then write your names and then your section. So there you go. Be careful and have a great day, everyone. See you on Monday.